for you. Thanks for bringing me in. Can you conduct emissions tests comparing, the things that you're running with your plastic diesel compared to what it would normally run off of, and so we can get some metrics going?
Yeah, I myself can't conduct an emissions test. However, what we do have is we have research papers of scientists who have turned plastic into fuel, and they had the tools to conduct an emissions test, and they did. And I actually have a video up on that on my page. What's up, Dirty the Grower? So that's up on my page, because I myself don't have the chromatographers to actually look at the different emissions that come off of my fuels. That is going to be something I'm going to get when I build my next reactor, though.
All right, you hear that,
everybody? Yep. Thank you. Yep. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let me see. You guys on TikTok, I don't know if it's letting you guys in or not, but you can request to join in, and I'll be letting people in. Yeah, I'm never gonna stop. Of course, man. You've been here for a while now, Dirty the Grower on YouTube. It's good to see you again, and we're really only getting started. 2024, because I've been MIA on actually the construction for about a year now since we had the fire, but we're starting to build again 2024. Let's see. Not the first, but definitely the best. Well, the absolute goal of what I'm doing, no matter what, is to, number one, just let everybody know that this is possible to turn plastics into fuels, because that's not common knowledge. And then on top of that, to build the most efficient plastic to fuel reactor. Where are you building this? I'm building it in Georgia. All right, let's see. Let's let the next people in here. We got quite a few people that want to come in on the IG. Can you guys on TikTok hear the people talking on IG?
Hello, man. How's it going?
What's up? I'm doing great. How are you?
Unfortunately, over here as well, so maybe it's not fair to also jump in again, but I just wanted to ask.
Thank you for the roses and donations on TikTok, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, sorry, you can go continue.
I was just going to ask, what's your plan for growth in the future? Like, have you got anything in mind in what the machine would cost on large scale? Have you got anything rough estimate on that?
No, I don't have rough estimates on a large scale because I need to build it on the large scale first. So that's what we're doing. And once we get it built, then I'll be able to, because this next machine is going to be the first industrial one, right? And at that point, it'll just be a matter of scaling it on an exponential level. So we'll be able to know, okay, if it's this % bigger, it's going to cost this % more. So that's kind of the whole point of where I am right now and what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be producing, it might sound like a silly question to you, but I was just wondering, the fuel that you're going to be producing, is that fuel also going to be used to run your machine itself? Is it going to be like a self-sustaining machine?
It can be. It depends, because we can also run the machine off of renewable energy like solar or wind, so it depends. But if we are running the machine off of generators, then I probably, it's kind of like, why not use the fuel it creates to run the machine, right? Because it does create enough.
That's quickly saying that, I'm not going to make it public here, but I've got some details of yours in private, and I will contact you because I'm interested in putting some money into some things. I'm on a different Instagram at the moment. I've got on a private Instagram. We'll talk privately, and I'll find you, don't worry. We'll have a talk.
All right, thank you. You take care. Thank you for your questions. On YouTube, Christian asks, did you figure if the char byproduct has any toxicity? Like if it could be used for soil composting, no problem. No, I have not tested that myself, but I'll say it like this, right? The only thing that could make the pure carbon product possibly toxic is if it isn't pure carbon. So what we strive for in any type of pyrolysis, microwave or not, is what I call absolute carbonization, which is when you take whatever you put in there, whether it's plastic or any type of biomass, you turn it into 100% pure carbon. No other oils or tars left in there. Pure carbon, because then it can, be taken that way and put right into the ground. And carbon at that point is very beneficial because it's so porous that it's going to hold on to nutrients for a long time. In fact, in the Amazonian, there's this thing called terra preta, which is when they take carbon and then they mix it with a whole bunch of fertilizers in the ground, and they keep the ground fertile for literally forever. Like, It's like there's like grounds that have been fertile for literally hundreds of years now because of this process. What's up? We got somebody in the Zoom. We got Garrett. What's up, Garrett?
Yeah, yo, bro. Don't forget to turn this shit off next time.
Oh yeah, I left it open, didn't I?
Yeah, you left it open. I stayed in it, bro, for as long as I possibly could. I tried to get your attention, but you had it muted, bro.
Yeah, I did that. I remember that too. It had closed after 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah, bro, I literally I cold DM'd you on Instagram and shit for like 45 minutes after that. I was like, yo.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Well, you got a question?
Actually, I kind of do. I'm kind of wondering, like, do you know any of the logistics on this stuff? Like, do you know how much energy it takes to run through one cycle of plastic?
I do. So for one cycle of plastic, which takes 5 hours, in my Mark IV reactor, it took 25 kilowatt hours. And then for all the products that we got out 48.8 kilowatt hours worth of products.
Oh, shit. So you're running, like, friggin' 20-something watts of profit?
Yes.
Holy crap. Dude, I don't see why you don't use the fuel. Use the fuel that you make to run the machine just to say that it, one, say that it does. Two, again, it would just be a renewable source technically for you. I know it's not technically a renewable source, but like as long as you're making energy profit off it, I don't see why you can't use your energy profit and just reinvest it right into the business so you don't have to waste money on any other electricity.
What's up, Trinitech? Yeah, and that's what we were building towards before we had the lap fire with the Mark IV. Well, what I was going to do is I was actually going to put an attachment on it to make it a continuous machine. And when it becomes continuous, the efficiency becomes even more. And then at that point, I was going to actually run it off of a run the natural gas product through a generator, and then use that generator to power the machine itself. Because you can do that if you have an efficient enough machine, which my machine had proven to be efficient enough at that point.
Real shit.
Yeah. Trinitech said the Twitch should be popping way more. Oh yeah, I gotta be pushing the Twitch more, Trinitech. I kind of slowed down on it, but yeah, guys, I am on Twitch too. It's NatureJab_. I'm on Twitch, so please go show some love over on the Twitch. It's in my bio. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, run up that Twitch for real.
Yeah, but that was a great question. Thank you. I got some other people I gotta address here.
Yeah, no
I'm not gonna kick you out. You know what I'm saying? But you
real shit.
Just type in the chat if you got another question, and I'll
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, appreciate you. Let's see. When are we meeting up on Discord again instead of like 7 streams at once? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be hosting some type of like Discord call where people could just join in. Is it a process and you are on it? I wish all questions and proof. The video you did speaks a lot. There are some parts you could prove more. Talk to you later. They're running the previous. I don't know what's going on with the English there. It's kind of hard to read what you were saying. Dirty the grower. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to decipher what you're saying exactly. For real, your GoFundMe should have raised way more. This is so underrated. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. 1 million soon. Thank you so much, guys. I do have a GoFundMe. It's in my bio, so I appreciate anybody that donates. Or anybody that donates on stream as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me see. Oh, you're in Shizek. I don't know how to pronounce that. Shizekia. Hey, much love to your country, man. Much love to everybody. Actually, let's let some other people in here on the Instagram. How toxic are the fumes from the exhaust? That's very variable because it depends on how you're processing the fuel and what additives you're putting in. But essentially, I'll say it like this: this process is so controlled, and we can control what we add in. Oh, Czechoslovakia. Yeah. Thank you, Jack. I gotta restart the Instagram here because it's not letting anybody in. But we can control what we put in the fuel, how we make it, how we catalytically refine it, and all these things. So we can pretty much make the emissions pass the EPA just through the right, trial and error. So that's not going to be the issue. So let me restart the Instagram here because we got sometimes it goes out when people want to come in. How can I start stock shares? We don't have that open. We do not have stock shares at the moment, so All right, we're back on the Instagram here. You guys on TikTok can come in as well. Let's see. All right, yeah, I'll let you guys in on Instagram again. Sometimes it stopped and it won't let anybody else come in, so I had to restart the whole live. You said the hole is growing in Antarctica. What hole? What hole is growing? I am trying to educate myself here. Is there a hole growing in Antarctica? What's up, man?
What's going on, bro? Hey, I don't know your name, dog. I forgot. What's your name again?
Julian.
Julian, nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
So, are you worried about the fact that you are, in fact, changing the world and that there's going to be higher powers coming for you?
No, I'm not.
He ain't worried about that, man. Divinely protected, man. He has people watching over him.
Make sure you got a team, bro. Whatever you're doing, don't be in public. Don't be doing these experiments. People that are hitting you up, telling you, like, I want to do deals with you. I want to do projects. Just watch out for that, man. Because I just came across your Instagram. You're doing some good work, bro.
Thank you. But no, to answer your question, I'm not worried. And thank you, brother. What's your question, man?
Take care. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. What's up, man?
Man, peace. Look, I got a question, right?
Yeah.
I see you always keep your invention. You keep it outside. Is that because it's at this early stage, it's possibly it's able to combust or something like that, or explode?
No. Well, I would keep my Mark IV reactor outside, or all of them outside, because they're in the prototype stage, and if there was ever any type of leak, you don't want those fumes to be inside. Because we're still in that state. But when we built this machine in the industrial place, it's going to be inside a warehouse.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. Now, you considered applying the application to a house or anything like that? So basically, people living, instead of having to go through the process of recycling and everything, they could pretty much just use.
What's up, Cliff Dog? Yeah, I built mine in my backyard, right? So it obviously can work at a home scale. The issue is legality. Legal-wise, it's illegal to make moonshine. Imagine making gasoline yourself at home. I don't think that's going to be a legal bridge I can cross. But if somehow we can get that sorted out, I think it's pretty cool, the idea of, like, instead of putting something in the trash, you just put it in, like, a chute that just turns it into fuel that runs the house, But that's a whole different business side, a whole different business model. Right now, I'm more focused on just getting these machines to governments and small and large businesses all over the world. So that way we can at least, deal with plastic at some degree right now.
Amazing. Well, keep that concept in mind, man. And when you get to that point, make sure you reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can collaborate on that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Love what you're doing. Keep it up, man.
All right. Oh, Dirty Grower, you're saying that people were saying that I ran the truck off of old fuel instead of off of my fuel? Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, look, you've been on my YouTube channel, so you literally saw the videos where I just stilled the fuel. But I mean, to everybody who just saw the truck, they don't know, they don't have all that context. So I mean, people of course are gonna think that I maybe just got some motor oil or something like that. But the good thing was, of course, that when we ran the truck, everybody around was like, oh, it kind of has this different smell to it. It smells better than the exhaust smells better than actual diesel and such. So unless people do their due diligence and go through my YouTube channel and literally see the video where I distill and make that plastic diesel, then they really don't really have any other context, right? So I can't really blame them because, of course, so many people nowadays fake things. But I always back everything I do by go on my YouTube channel. You will see how I built the machine. You'll see me running the machine. You'll see me making the oil. You'll see me distilling the oil. And you'll see hundreds of I have over 100 videos of it. What's up, man? Hey, you're lagging, man. You're lagging. It's hard to hear you. Kanye? Hey, that'll be nice. That'll be nice for sure. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. You said, is plastic petrol? So you make gas with petrol, like gas normal. Please, I want to know. Yes, Nickton, plastic is made of crude oil. And crude oil is what we make petrol and diesel out of. So what I'm doing is nothing really shocking to anybody who knows what plastic is made of and knows crude oil and the refinery process, right? The truth of the matter is this should have been done forever. And this process of pyrolysis, turning plastic into fuel, has been done for a while. It just hasn't been done on the huge economic scale that it needs to be done. Because if it was, why would we have ocean plastics, right? But it's nothing new because plastics literally are made of crude oil. So it's not really all that big of a shock to, like, if it's made from that thing, of course we could turn it back into what it's made of, right? So what I do is I utilize microwaves, turn it into back into crude oil very efficiently, in a very efficient manner. And there's yet to have been an industrial level continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor. And that's what I am in the market for, in the field to get done. What's up, Stone Edge Kid? Hey, thank you for the badge, man. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if you donated a badge or if you're subscribed on Instagram, but I see the little icons, so I appreciate you first of all, man, for that. I collect PET bottles every day and throw them into the trash. I love them. Hey, you know what, guys? That reminds me. When I build my next plants, I'm going to be accepting people to give plastic, to send your plastic to me. Because I know, we all know in this world they don't actually recycle. Like, they recycle 5%. But I'll set up some type of thing where you can send your plastic to me, and then you're going to best believe it will be recycled. But that's going to come a little bit later. But I'm just saying that's something I'm going to do for sure. Because I feel like everybody that, cares about recycling, we should know that it's actually being recycled. And you're going to literally see your plastic in my videos put into the machine and turned into fuel. So, yeah. So gas, it really isn't expensive. Crude oil is an overrated resource. Well, crude oil is it's not overrated, but crude oil is kind of like plastic, which is a solid form of crude oil. It's just underrepresented. We're not doing everything that we should be doing with it. So it's in a form that we cannot access. We can't put a plastic bottle in the gas tank. We have to turn the plastic into fuel and put that fuel into the gas tank. But we haven't been doing that. So it's an untapped resource. So yeah, realistically, there's so much crude oil, right, in the form of plastic in the oceans that we really don't even have to really be drilling like how we do now. You know what I'm saying? At least for fuel purposes, right? Now, plastic is made of crude oil, and plastic production will only go up more and more, especially when this technology takes over, because now there will be, they'll be like, oh, we don't have to worry about recycling anymore. So they're still going to drill for crude oil to make new plastic, but we don't have to drill as much to get the fuels of this world, because it's going to be in our oceans and in the landfills. Like 70% of the landfills nowadays is plastic and clothes and stuff, and these are all things that we can turn into fuel. And by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, yes, we could turn clothes and textiles into fuel as well. So that's a great thing that I always love. We'll love to see you live stream while you build it if you're able to. Yeah, absolutely, Trinitech. It might not be on Twitch, but it'll be somewhere. I'm going to definitely be live streaming when we're building the next reactor. What's up, man?
Hey, bro. How you doing, man? Coming to you from Maryland.
And much love to Maryland. How you doing?
Thank you. Listen, I'm a chemical engineer, and I'm fascinated by what you're doing. Two questions. One is, for every unit of fuel you create, how many units of energy do you consume?
Okay, so actually, let me just put this in the calculator right here, because I'll say this. In my last machine, we were getting, for 25 kilowatt hours in, we were getting 48.8 kilowatt hours out. So I'm going to do the division for you, and that comes out to... We're getting pretty much almost 2 kilowatt hours out for every kilowatt hour we put in. Right.
Gotcha. And the other is, I want to see your opinion, really, more than a question, is I've always been a believer that we should try and keep petrol, crude oil, save that to make plastics rather than to make fuels, because we can make fuels in any number of ways, but there are a whole lot of ways to make plastics.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, think about it. If we're able to make our fuels of this world from plastic, then the only thing we need crude oil for, other than, you know, all the other things, is like asphalt and stuff, is to make plastic, right? Because plastic is one of the biggest products of crude oil, other than fuels themselves, right?
I'm sure there's varying opinions about that, but thanks, man. Keep doing the great job you're doing.
Hey, man, thank you. Much love to Maryland, and it's great to speak with a chemical engineer. I appreciate that, man. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I kicked you out too early. I thought you were logging off. I'm sorry, man, about that. But, yeah, guys, like that goes to show right there, because that guy, he's a chemical engineer, and as I was saying just earlier, like, chemical engineers, chemists, we know about this process. It's not something, you know, shocking or new, but we also know that this process has not been done at the big scale yet because of efficiency and because of profitability. So that's exactly what I'm emphasizing on with these machines I'm building here. I'm glad to see you gaining ground with this project. How you doing, by the way, Honey Bunny? On the YouTube, it's good. I'm happy to see you here. Thank you for stopping by. We have so much plastic piled all over the world and the planet, as well as flowing in the sea. You'd never run out. Exactly. There's literally over 30 years of plastic in the ocean. Like, if we were to turn it into oil, we'd be able to run the world for 30 years. Like, there's that much of it. So that's why we have to tap into this. You know, definitely $1 trillion industry for sure, just on the sense of the value that it gives to the world, like what we're providing, let alone environmentally too. Like, that's how you know it's something great, when it's both things, because there's always usually a divide. If you're making money, you have to destroy the environment. But I'm gonna make saving our environment profitable. You see, tap into the business, because that's how you have to work in this world. You have to make profit. How about running a natural gas generator on the gases with the grid tied to inverter? Yeah, we were just talking about that, Pete. We were just talking about, I was getting to that point on my Mark IV, and then we had the fire happen, but I was going to make my Mark IV reactor continuous and then hook up a generator to run the natural gas, because we got a ton of natural gas from it, and then run it off of that. So that's something I definitely am interested in, because, of course, think about it. If there's a $0 energy cost because you're running the reactor off of its own products, then at that point, anything that you create that it can be sold is profit, right? How are you going to build an industrial machine? Like, what's the process of that? Well, that's going to be interesting. It's going to obviously, you know, definitely cost money, of course, to do. But in terms of building it, you know, it's not going to be very different from building refineries and things. Like, these types of techniques and parts are already on the market. There's already microwave parts. There's already reactors. You know, there's tons of reactors just in the medical field alone. So I'm just putting together many different disciplines of fields to make this work. So it's not going to be very difficult to actually build it, because it's not much new stuff. I think the scary thing would be turning it on for the first time and hoping it doesn't explode at such a huge scale. It won't, because of course we're gonna have sensors and computers to make sure. But you know, my Mark III exploded because there was some oxygen in there. Let's see. Let this next guy in on the Instagram. I want to make a system where it can replace existing waste disposal, making landfills obsolete. Exactly, because landfills are kind of like, we're not really utilizing those things, you know. Almost everything can have a second life in some way, especially with this technology. So landfills really, you know, there's a purpose for them to some degree, but they definitely do not need to be used to the extent they are now. Because think about how much metal is in landfills. There are literally companies that go out with tractors and dig into landfills to get the metals out, and metals are valuable. And it's going to be the same thing with plastic soon. Once we get this technology out there, we're gonna get to the point where it's gonna be money to get plastic, you know. What's up, Bread? Let's see. You said, who do you go to start that? It's confidential. The fractional distillation tower gonna take up space. Yeah, for sure. But I might not fractionally distill it. I might actually just send my fuels to already existing refineries. That's the smartest thing to do. You know, I don't have to build these huge distillers. Just send it off to a Shell or a BP refinery that already exists nearby, right? And then I just handle getting rid of the plastic waste and turning it into fuel. And then the fuel goes to these different places. What's up, Soy Amigo? What's up, my brother? All right, I'm gonna let Josh in. Josh wants to come in on the TikTok. You can do it with food. Yes, you can. We ran food. I have a video on that on my YouTube. We put food in the reactor, and we turn food into natural gas. So It's very multidisciplinary in that way. What's up, Josh?
Turn his camera on.
And thank you for the donations. Thank you, Giggly Gorgeous on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you everybody who has donated. Thank you.
I just realized something, Bob.
What's up?
They weeded out all the metal hangers in your homes for your clothes, and they're all plastic now, right?
Right.
How much of that gets thrown away?
Yeah.
But then here was my other thing. As a scrapper, now there's a bunch of guys on here that scrap gold and all that kind of stuff for the electronics. They throw the plastic in the trash, so there's another market for you.
Yep.
On plastics.
Yeah.
Scrap guys that are on this app.
And look, let me tell you something. And you should share this with your scrapper community. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I took e-waste and I put it in the machine. And then it made fuel out of the e-waste. And then in the end, we had the pure metals to recover. The copper from the transformers, all that. Hand in hand, because it burns off the resin and all the glues.
Right. What's going on, man?
Yeah, so it's amazing.
What I was saying, I was sitting there thinking that, watching you, and I'm like, man, I need to hop in there and let him know that. You know what I mean? Because that's another avenue, brother. I'm always bringing avenues. That's all I know. You know? So, keep up the good work, boss. And I'm going to hop down and let the next guy.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the donations,
for sure.
Giggly Gorgeous. Thank you so much. I aim to make my product to differentiate the fuels and solvents directly because some of the limited volumes of some of the chemicals are worth a fortune. Yeah, there's so many things that we throw away that are worth so much money. And that's just in itself, let alone something like plastic, which we've been throwing away, which is not worth money, that I'm saying we're going to make worth money. You're never going to see dollar bills in the ocean, but you will see plastics. But when we make plastics worth dollar bills, there's not going to be any more plastics in the ocean ever again. So not only are we going to stop it from get it out of the ocean, but we're going to stop it from ever getting put in there again. And that's the real solution, because we're not just putting a bandage on the problem by just getting it out of the ocean. We're cutting the roots. All right, we're dealing with it at the source. Out in South Africa, there are literal mountains of plastic clothing. Exactly. Yep, exactly. So, amigo, you got it right. Plastic equals bands. Plastic equals a bag. That's what we're doing. We're changing the mindset. Because you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? As I always said, I started this project because I was tired of knowing that when I'm putting plastic in my recycle bin, it meant it was actually not being recycled, right? And I was like, I want to do it myself. So, that's the good thing about this technology. Because it works on the monetary and business side just as much as it does the environmental side, it's going to be a business to clean the environment. And trust me, if you offer people money for something that is also clean the environment, nobody's ever going to say no to that. You know what I'm saying? People will always say, yes, pay me for bringing in this X amount of pounds of plastic to the machine. You know? And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Because then that's going to make it perpetual. And we'll never have litter of plastic again, or never have an ocean plastic situation ever again in history, because it's money. Nobody will ever throw away money. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Same thing.
What's up? What was that?
I said, what's your name again?
Julian.
Julian. All right, Julian. So it's a Q&A. So look, first question. Do you got a gamer tag?
A gamer tag?
Yeah, bro. Come on, so you got a gamer tag. You gotta have a system or a PC.
Yeah, I do got a PC. I have a Steam account. All that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So second question.
Yeah.
How do we transition? Like, how do we get the plastic to the gaming world? How do we, you know what I'm saying? How do we get efficiency high for the gaming? How do we translate that from over there?
That's an interesting question there, but
yeah, because they do the physical discs. So I'm just trying to be creative on you real quick.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Pretty much every discipline in this world has plastic waste, you know what I'm saying? So even when it comes to something, you know, that may be mostly virtual. Thank you for the donations on TikTok, guys. Like gaming, you gotta think about it, right? I mean, what is something every gamer has to have, right? They had to have food. So think about all the plastic waste that comes from the food. The controllers, right? You throw away a controller. Think about all the parts in there that are encapsulated by plastic. We put that in the machine. It's going to burn away all that plastic and turn all that plastic into fuel. And then you're going to be left with just the metal in there, right? And think about like video game, you know, the DVD cases. That's pure plastic right there. Put that around the machine. So, I mean, every single discipline of this world has plastic wastes. So, you know, the point of turning it into fuel is going to be beneficial to every endeavor. You bought a whole console. You want to turn your PS5 into fuel?
I mean, I'm just trying to figure something out. I'll be going to get this more efficient.
Hey.
5 ain't going nowhere. I'll get you in there.
You funny, man. You funny.
Nah, but look, all just aside though, because like when I came out the other day, I respect what you're doing. I couldn't really get a chance to like, you know, internalize what you were saying because I didn't realize it was going at me. But nah, I really want to see like how far do you plan on taking this? Is it something that's just like, you know, short term, long term? Is this something that's going to be, you know, institutionalized? Is this something that's going to be like a standard or a mandate, right? So like, what are your
It's definitely long term. It's as long term as it can get because this is something that the world needs forever. You know, for as long as human civilization exists, we need ways to deal with our waste in a way that actually recovers what the waste is. So, you know, this is going to be international. Every city, every country, every province in the world, very soon, and that's just what it is.
So like, what if somebody want to like collab with you and bring like a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler or their cars to like see it working?
Hey, look. As soon as we get this next machine built and we start producing products, anybody who wants to collab and is willing to let me, you know, put my fuels in any vehicle you have, because we make all 3 types of fuels, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. Hit me up. We're doing it.
Okay. What about the drones? You got the gas drones?
Yeah.
I mean, RC cars?
Everything.
Not that far, man. So, like, because I just want to see, like, even if we test the parts to see, like, the validity of the fuel, right? That's the whole point. To you know, go through the test sequence.
Right.
Like, figure out what the vulnerabilities are. Figure out where your key factors are.
Exactly.
So, you know, I'm just really interested in testing it because, like, I'm a, you know, scientific boy too, like a techie.
Yes, sir.
You know, I get straight into the variables. What's the CV? What's the constant variable? You feel me? Like, what's the dominant? What's the recessive?
Right.
So, like, how do we transition from the consumer to the corporation?
Exactly.
You know, the citizen, you feel me, to the production. You feel me? Like, so that's where my head is at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. And man, I appreciate your insight for sure. Because that's exactly how I got to think too.
I'm trying to, you know, take up too much time on here, but I like to have conversation with your fan direct face to face.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you build intrigue, right? That's how you spark inspiration by taking risks.
Right.
Like, so it's like, because like I said before, bro, I never thought it was possible to take something like this and turn it into a fuel. Something like my controller or my keyboard. You feel me?
Right.
Stick someone here and make it into fuel like that. That shit is so lit. Like,
it changes your minds. When you know this thing that you normally have no other option but to throw away can now be turned into fuel. It changes your mind. It opens your mind to a different level.
That's tough, bro. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I just want you to, because I've been seeing comments, bro, like, it's a lot of angles on it. I just want you to keep going.
All right, thank you, honey buddy, for stopping by.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Peace, man.
Let's see. You said on YouTube, have you added silicon carbide as a microwave susceptor? No, I use the carbon from the reactor itself. It's an amazing microwave susceptor. Our new dumpsters are in this man's hands. Yeah, absolutely. Like, because most trash is plastic waste nowadays. Like, 90% of trash is plastic waste. So if I'm telling you that we can literally turn this into fuel and then turn it into money, like, we're going to get the whole world so much closer to zero waste. Because think about it. Most waste in your trash is plastic and food. Well, you can compost food waste. Now you can turn your plastic waste into fuel. Get rid of those two things, the whole world is like, not zero waste maybe, but like 10% waste, you know? Just like that overnight. So it's about to be crazy. We're about to literally solve so many problems. I got to let my boy Somigo up in here. Gotta let my boy Somigo up in here, man. We make a video. We make a how-to video. What's up, my boy? Mi hermano.
How you been, bro? Finally, great to meet you, dog.
Hey, man, I'm doing amazing. How you doing, man? You know, I've been staying healthy.
Yeah, bro. That year you took out for like my boy. My boy went in.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really glad, though. Before my question, I really want to say I salute you, because one thing that I can't stand is people that know the real truth and just are afraid to just speak out. You feel me? Like, you don't have to be yelling or do protests, but just talking and get on the phone is enough. You feel me? And I
Exactly.
hate the fact that constant people are not saying, like, protect you or everything. They're like, oh, watch out. The FBI is watching. I'm like, why would you even wish that upon them noticing, especially from the male side? You know, we're positive and loving. We're doing all those things. But for the most part, that message isn't received as well because we're not, quote unquote, a masculine role model. You feel me? We're not out here talking about drugs. We're not just, you know what I'm saying? So I would love to see how we can start integrating these type of conversations, like yours as well, into an MMA community. Because now that I see this, as well, I see football, NFL stars, they're losing their credibility. Baseball stars, basketball. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing, you're throwing the ball around. And even boxing, boxers are losing their credibility because they're just doing it for money. But for the most part, the MMA community is Muay Thai, whatever. They got real supporters. Because at the end of the day, they know they're real. They're not selling out. They're fighting. And people like Sean Strickland, whatever. I would love to see a fighter with that type of support start talking about stuff like that. You know, we talk about trafficking, whatever.
Right.
But let's talk about the real stuff now, like solutions. Like, no Band-Aids, solution-based.
Exactly.
Solution-based.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. I completely agree with you with that. And you know what? I have a lot of people who are in sports always hit me up and they're like, man, I really respect what you're doing. And that's a great thing to see right there, because that's an immediate start to show that there is that interest, you know, that collective conscious interest in we want to support something that is doing something.
All right. Because me, at the end of the day, bro, the main absolute reason why I got into MMA, I mean, yeah, I like it now, but I know for a fact, for my male audience, they would never respect me with all these chakras and meditation and all this stuff if they didn't see that absolute final grit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I would, even for me, I would genuinely love to, like, imagine this, like, walk out once, like, get better, like, oh, a NatureJab flag or something. Like, yeah, we really out.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, because I'm even, like I said, a lot of the sports community, the amount of gear and tape is just being thrown away.
Right.
It's like, bro, like, that's a lot of crap.
Money.
I tell you, I've seen it so many times. Aren't you looking at it like, oh my God, but you're throwing it away. You just spent $100 on gloves. Like, it doesn't equate.
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. There's so much waste in every discipline, but especially things like that. You know, any type of like thing that's concerned like entertainment. There's so much in it because you know they make so much profit from when you're in MMA, you're getting profit from the fight. You're getting the money from the fight. So you're like, I don't care. I'll get another $100 pair of gloves. Let me just throw this away. I don't need it anymore. Turn that into fuel now. Whole different mindset of everything.
Yeah, brother. Like I said, Hermano, I love what you're doing, and definitely from my side, I'll tell you, we're going to integrate into the sports.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, every sports or the Super Bowl speech or whatever, they either talk about, I did this for this person or whatever, but at the end of the day, they don't use their influence. Their influence for good. They're just speaking about nonsense, and I'm tired of it, and I'm doing my best. I'm doing my job.
Respect.
Yeah, I promise you, don't
Yeah.
donate, let's go. You know, I remember somebody told me, are you sure I should donate to this man? I'm like, bro, that's my money, bro. If you want to donate, do it. You don't even question. But, hermano, like I said, I love what you're doing. It's all over here, and we grinding, hermano.
Hey, much love, bro. And I see you too. OG, bro. You take care. I'm glad I got to speak to you, man. OG right there. Yeah, that guy. Hey, my boy So Amigo, he's an OG, guys. Like, he been around since literally like the my Mark II reactor. Now we're going to Mark V. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me get to these questions let me get to these questions on YouTube. We make a video for how we can get the parts to put it together. I can make a video on the next little small reactor, but when I get to Mark V, we really won't be able to do the how-tos because there's going to be some proprietary things. It's going to be more of like, you're going to see me building it, right? You're going to see me building it, but it's not going to be as much of a how-to as my past videos have been. Like, my past videos, you know, have been kind of like a DIY guide to how to build this thing. You said nobody paid promote you yet? I don't know. It depends on how you see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'd say nobody, but I would say not like the big names. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not in the mainstream yet. We're getting there. I appreciate everybody that's really been, you know, following, supporting, and donating and such. I'll let you in, El Paulo. Even with the patent, he already posted the video on how we make the first reactor, and other YouTubers are making their own, so we can make the first how-to video and start a good trend. I already showed you guys how to make the reactor. Like I said, the reactor that has been patented, which is a reactor nobody has seen, I can show, like, aspects of me building that, but I can't show the proprietary things until after the patent passes. What's up, man?
Yo, okay, stop. In your videos, man, I got $1,000 right now. That's my net worth right now. I'm willing to invest whatever you have.
Well, first of all, I don't speak business on live streams. So first of all, you'd have to email me for one, and for two, hey, and I respect it. For two, if that's all your net worth is, I would never recommend, you know, investing 100% of your net worth in anything. You know what I'm saying? You should divide it up, and then of course always keep some. Oh, yeah. I feel you.
Pretty soon. But that's what I got right now.
Well, I respect that. You got, like I said, you gotta send me an email. I only speak business over email.
All right, man.
All right, appreciate you.
Let me talk to you privately.
Yeah, like I said, send me an email. Shoot me an email. business@naturejab.com. It's in my bio. All right, appreciate you. You take care. Oh, we got a badge in here. I appreciate the badge, you guys. Hey, Solar Main, what's up? What's up? Good to see you again. How are you? Somebody started a car with water once. We never heard of it again. Well, I started a car off of plastic diesel and I'm still here. So if I haven't shown anything, I'm showing that I'm not going anywhere until we get this done. I'm not going anywhere until the plastic is out the ocean. Do you use any service that can provide an endless supply of plastic for your machine? We don't need that service to provide an endless supply of plastic. Go into the ocean. Go into the landfill. I'll just partner up with the recycling trucks that end up just putting the plastic they collect from your recycling bin into the trash anyway. Just tell them drop it off at my place. That's not going to be the issue. That will not be the issue at all. To get the plastic, any chance of a remote collab? I got a lot of ideas. You say, Pete, a remote collab. I mean, to what extent? I'm worrying about how you compress your gas, explosion hazard. Yeah, we're going to do things way better. Once we get, I was doing that at my house with a little air compressor from a refrigerator, and actually it was from an AC, a little small window AC. So, I mean, things are going to be better when I have actual pumps, actual storage vessels, actual sensors to make sure oxygen is out. I'm lucky I am, where I am and not, blown to smithereens because I was compressing flammable gases at over 100 PSI at my house by myself. So, yeah, absolutely. You said you can build, but if you can build and you're asking for a remote collab, how does that work? Because to build is in the flesh. So I'm kind of confused what you're trying to get to there. You're good. Hey, much love and blessings to you, Solomon. Always good to see you in here. I gotta reset the Instagram Live, guys, because Instagram Live is not letting anybody else in. Does anybody know how to do animation? Oh, yeah, that would be great. If anybody knows animation, that would be great to get an animation going of this process. That would be amazing, actually. That's a great suggestion, Omar. Appreciate you, brother, as always. Always coming in with the support. Always coming in the support. And by the way, I appreciate you, Omar, for your donation for $1, man. Look, I always tell you guys, anything means the world to this project. And Omar, you are part of history for that, man, because you're contributing to this next reactor, which is ultimately going to contribute to getting rid of plastics on all scales. So I appreciate you, my brother. Always thank you for the donation so much, my brother. A part of history, a part of the project, just like that. Everybody, respect and thank you. And I appreciate everybody else in the TikTok who has donated through TikTok, giving all the little emojis or whatever, because all you guys that have donated are being a part of history right now and contributing to Mark 5 and contributing, which is ultimately contributing to this technology literally being in your city. So, yeah, appreciate you guys always, everybody that donates. We're finally working. The stream was down for a while. Yeah, you're right. I had to reset it every now and then on Instagram. A remote demo unit, and the demos are in person. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Don't know how to animate, but the Procreate app could help you do it. Oh, of course there's apps. I bet AI could animate for you nowadays. AI could probably just take a YouTube video and make the whole thing an animation, right? Will this ever come to the public? You mean like publicly shared? I'm not against it. I'm not overly for it either. It ultimately depends on what's the best situation, right? We got to see. I'm not going to do anything that's going to forsake the company or forsake where it's going. So love your professionalism, man. Your work looks revolutionary. Thank you. And there's so much more to check out on the YouTube channel, NatureJab. So go into the YouTube, go to NatureJab, and I have a playlist called Mark IV. My Mark IV reactor, those are the videos of me building it, the videos of it running. So anybody that takes this serious, go to the YouTube, check that out. Because that sure will be the best way to get the most information on this as possible. You have a unit in each quadrant of the country. I'm not trying to build like big, huge units in just a few locations. I'm trying to build like units for like every city type thing. Like I want to have a ton of smaller units. Now I said small like that because this is small on a industrial scale, but not small on like a scale of like, you know, what the machine size will actually be. You said, can we still trust you? Always. You know, because like I said, I back what I say based off of my YouTube channel. Over 100 videos of the machine running, you know. Some things you can't fake. You know, a few years of over 100 videos of you showing the machine building it and showing you running it and seeing the oil come out and then distilling the oil that you then put into an engine in the same video. You know, some things you just can't fake. So I always tell everybody, go to the YouTube channel, NatureJab, go through my old videos, and then come back to me and see what you say. What's up, Rain? I appreciate you, man, because you're a subscriber. You donated or something. I see the little icon near your name. I'm just like, you know, I appreciate you truly for contributing to the project. You said, bro, you got shadow banned. How you feel? Honestly, guys, I've been shadow banned I've been shadow banned on every platform so many times for so long now that I don't even really pay attention to the metrics. You know, if I have a message that I want to push out, you know, I go live and I just want to chat and connect with the people. That's what it's for. Because, you know, ultimately, with what you do and how we're doing it, you're going to get shadow banned, especially in this world. Everybody gets shadow banned, right? But, you know, I know that the day is going to come where I'm unshadow bannable because everybody's going to want to know what's up. So when I do go live, we're going to have like 100,000 people or something every time because people want to learn that you can turn plastic into fuel. You know, it's real stuff. So, you know, it's ultimately just a part of where we are. Social media, exactly, Garrett. That's just what social media does, especially if you're actually educating. You know what I'm saying? If you're going against the narrative of making people dumb and you're educating, then of course they're gonna shadow ban you, and that's okay because I've already proven to be unshadow bannable. Because you know what? They shadow banned me all the way up to when we ran the truck, and when we ran the truck live, we had more people in the live on every single platform than any other time before. Oh, you love the tie? Thank you, Rain. Yeah, we had more people in the live on every platform than we ever had before. So clearly, when it comes to like building up to things and getting things done, they can't really stop. Ultimately, when people have an ambition to learn and to see things happen, they can't stop that. They can only stop, you know, the little small things, the little small get-togethers, and that's okay because ultimately, like I said, if I want to say something to people, if I want to connect with the community, that's all that matters. Whether it's 100 people, 100,000 people, you know, we're connecting with people, we're teaching, we're educating, and we're getting the message out there. So that's all that matters. What happened after the meeting with the Rotary Club? You disappeared for almost a year. I just decided that I needed a break. That's what happened. The Rotary Club, like I presented there because there was a lot of, you know, high-ranking officials, local officials there. And I wanted to see if in presenting there, I could, you know, get the attention of the right person to help me get this to the next level. That doesn't always quite happen, doesn't always quite play out, you know, as linearly as I would like it to be in my mind, but ultimately I'm going to get what I need to get no matter what, and I'm going to build the next machine no matter what. We should try to get Mr. Beast behind this. Imagine having the audience of 250 million. Look, if I had Mr. Beast's audience, just the ad revenue on YouTube would give me all the money I need to build this all the way to the moon, right? And obviously, the internet is a great thing for that type of thing because you can get hundreds of millions of people, and then you can get monetized for that, right? Because I would love that to be the case, right? You just literally get monetized and have that money take you everywhere you need to go with the machine. So that's a part of the reason why I do post on social media, because, you know, with every post, with every live stream, you get closer to that to some degree. It's just suspicious you disappeared after meeting with the elite. Trust me, those people are not elite. These are people who like the principals of schools and stuff. But no disrespect to them. I'm just saying, I was not meeting with the Illuminati. I was not meeting with the top. I can't say that. That might be a little bit too much to say on live stream. But nonetheless, it was not all that was made out to be on the. You said the deletes. The deletes. Exactly. So yeah, that's ultimately what we're gonna do. How am I feeling? I'm feeling great because we're gonna start this stuff again. Start building again, ultimately, and that's the real goal beyond all else, to start building this machine again. And I feel like when we start building this machine again, things are just going to come in, you know. The donations will just come in. The monetization will just come in. The numbers will just come in. Because beyond all else, you know, I have so many people now. Like, my audience on pretty much every platform is double since I come back, right? So there's so many new people who never see me build the machines, who never seen the machines run, right? And I'm going to bring everybody along for that journey when we build this next machine. So that's exactly what we're going to do with this next machine. And I think that everything is just going to work out through that. And that's the best for me too. Because think about the energy when I'm building, it's just a good energy no matter what you do, no matter how you put it. When you're building something in the flesh that is in your mind that you've been extrapolating and you want to see work, as it's starting to come to fruition, everything just starts to roll out fine and all that. When were you gone? You always been here. No, I was gone. I know I have mostly new people now, but I disappeared for a year. I had to take a break. Been here from when it was still in development. I just want to say I'm proud of you. Thank you, Logan, man. I appreciate your support, truly. All the OGs, man. All the OGs. I love to see all the OGs that we've had in here since, you know, it's Mark 2. Now we're on Mark 4.5 now. So we're about to go crazy. And then after that, Mark 5. And then after that, you know, I don't think there will be a Mark 6. I think after Mark 5 is going to be literally, you know, in this industrial level. Anyways, guys, appreciate everybody for stopping by. We'll be going live again in the future. I'm trying to go live every day, but I appreciate everybody for stopping by on the YouTube, on the Twitch, on the Instagram, on the TikTok. Appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate all my moderators, everybody that's donated. And you were one of the first dozen subscribers, Pete. Oh man, that's crazy. And you're still here. Man, hey Pete, do you still get notified for my videos? Because most of the people on my YouTube, the OGs, they say they don't even get notified anymore. They say that like they don't even see when I upload anymore on YouTube. Which is sad because I be going hard on, I really like to go hard on my YouTube videos and make them really good quality and stuff nowadays. So yeah.